a flight attendant, one of the most important things is having your lunchbox. Well, that was upsetting for a second. I have not been on a trip in about a month, and I was looking for my lunchbox, and I last flew back to LA. Thought I left my lunchbox there, but I found it, and I would have been so disappointed in myself. I actually love having the Yeti little lunch pail. It's not too big. And I've never had other airlines like comment about it, or even my airline having 3 bags. And then I have the Yeti ice packs. I meal prepped these for later. Chickpeas, quinoa, edamame, onions, tzatziki, and chicken. And then I made some fettuccine, gluten-free. And then either I'm gonna heat up this sausage or Trader Joe's meatballs are so good. And what I would have originally done like at home is put broccoli with it, but broccoli on the airplane smells so bad, so that's not gonna happen. It's just gonna be carbs and protein. I also do not typically eat protein bars, but on trips, I'm trying to get those gains in the booty, you know, at the gym, and you have to eat. So I'm bringing these. If anyone knows if these are certified gluten-free, well, I know they're not certified, but like, are these gluten-free? Because I had a reaction to something and I thought maybe it was one of these. I'll eat these. These are pretty good. And then I'll get sick of it and switch to something else. Let's be honest for a second. Show you the reality of my laundry. This is after a trip. Like, it is all piled up. Most of the time I do not care what I wear on my trips, but I picked up this trip and I'm working with my best friend, and that's Kaylin. You've also seen in vlogs. She's like best flight attendant friend for years, and I kind of want to wear something cute just in case we go out. I don't know. I am 98% sure we will not go out, and I'll go into her room in my pajamas. I order my clothes on Fashion Pass, which is a rental clothing company. Sometimes when I'm going to Europe, I'll get like very summery European clothes. When I go to Australia, I get like Australian clothes, and it's really helpful because I'm always in different places. And then all my clothes at home are just basics like this. Like, I spend my money on timeless basics. My friend is like so cutesy, so I'll show you what I got that kind of looks like her vibe. Oh, she would appreciate this if I wore this out. This sweater, I would never really pick this for myself. I think it's the cutest thing, but like, I wouldn't just go and wear this. But now that I'm gonna go on a trip with her, I was like, oh, this will be fun. I keep taking my bathing suit out, but I'm gonna leave it in this time because on my last LA layover, there was a pool, and I was like, why don't I have my bathing suit in my bag? I have this sewing kit, but I don't know how to sew, but I always have it in case something goes wrong and I need to ask someone. I'm making a coffee before I go, and I have the cutest like New York cups. 10:20 at night, but no big deal. So this bag and this bag. Yeah. This bitch just told me we were on an Airbus and I had a heart attack. Just kidding. And now we're on the 737, which is why I bid it. Thank God. So that we could fly together in the back. We're back to hanging out, girly time. If you're on this flight, you will not be getting a service. We will not be coming out in the aisle. We made it to LaGuardia, and there's a little bit of snow on the ground. I've been here since 8 a.m. and it's now 4 p.m. And freshened up my makeup. Does it look any better? I don't know. We need some eye drops to make it look like I didn't just fly red eye in here. Now we're going to Dallas, boarding in 25.
You can do it, and I was like, I'm literally about to cry. I was like, this is so bad.
Okay, she was correct. We are on the Airbus. I made this meal prep, and like super healthy edamame, chicken, garbanzo beans, tzatziki, but all I want to do is eat a protein bar because it just sounds nice and easy, and it's 10 p.m. But I need to eat. I need to get my gains. to Whole Foods and it was actually really nice. And since we were out doing something, we like didn't want to stop and we just kept walking the aisles. We're like walking around looking at the most random food. So now we're gonna go downstairs and sit outside in the sun because it's noon. Get a coffee. Got a coffee from the Starbucks downstairs. Just sit in the sun, get some vitamin D before we're trapped in a plane for the rest of the day. I got Kaylin my jacket because she was a little cold and I brought 3 jackets.
The beef jerky.
Okay, we bought so much random stuff at Whole Foods.
To get us
like just to try.
Emotional support to get us through the trip.
It's so nice outside though. But we got mango habanero beef jerky. Thought it'd be fun to try.
And
talking about all the things that we don't need. No, Kaylin buys everything.
everything that I buy. I do not.
That was really good. It was really soft.
Oh, it was really soft.
It's not as flavorful as I thought it would be. It's spicy though. It's hot. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be.
I also think the flavor and the heat kicks in like
later.
You chewed it for a second.
Yeah. The toilet in here like will not stop running. So, we went to Whole Foods earlier and I got kimchi and this like dragon fruit. I thought I would eat it during the flight, but we didn't. It was kind of a crazy day, so there was turbulence on both flights, but we went from Nashville to Charlotte to Tampa, and when we get to the gate to then work to Tampa, Kaylin, my friend, realizes that she forgot her shoes on the plane, and she recently had a knee surgery, so it was like no exception. Like she really has to wear her flat shoes, not her heels. So we walked all the way back, but I walked with her and I was like, we have like 15 minutes. So finally, Charlotte's a really big airport too. Well, not that it's big, but it's just so crowded and congested, so you can't even really walk fast because there's so many people just squished together in the terminal. I don't think I could ever be based there because it just gives me so much anxiety to be in that airport. So we finally get back to the gate and the agents were able to page the flight attendants, and then the flight attendants got the agents the shoes off of the plane, and then we hustled back to our gate, but they were doing security checks on our plane that just came in from like an international flight. So then we were not late at all. And we were like sweating, running from gate to gate, doing it twice, and then worked to Tampa. And now we're here for the evening. She's exhausted, but I'm trying to convince her to like come over and eat this fruit with me and watch a show or something, because the trip ends tomorrow and then I don't see her until like next month. Bids come out tomorrow and we want to like see if we can get a trip together. I want to buy some slippers because walking on this floor is like gross, and I want to put them in my suitcase. Okay, gonna lay down because it's been a long day. Oh, but I didn't mention, like, we do get in a lot of trouble if we're late to the gate, like, so we have to be on time for boarding, obviously. And so when we had to go back to the other gate and we had a really close connecting time, I was freaking out that we were gonna be late for our other flight. But one of us was like keeping track of the time, and then the other one was like trying to get the shoes. So yeah, and like obviously I didn't have to go with her, but she's my friend, so I went with her. And I was gonna be like, if we're gonna be late, I'm gonna drag you away from this gate and you're just gonna have to do the service barefoot, or I'll wear her heels and she'll wear my flats. Laughing so hard. I wanted a label maker for Christmas, and I am convinced that a flight attendant got a label maker for Christmas. Okay, so I am leaving LaGuardia now because I was going to commute out of LaGuardia to Dallas and then Dallas to Vegas, but the flights are full and I just don't want to sit here and wait 3 hours, even though Kaylin was like, I will hang out in Admiral's Lounge with you. Ordered an Uber and I'm going to JFK and I'm going to take Delta. They have 20 open seats and my Uber was only $60. Only. The joys of commuting out of New York. But we're also questioning where Uber and Lyft pick up because I thought it was downstairs in this way. But she's like, no, it's this level and this way. So we'll see. The flight was so easy. One and done. There were 3 jump seaters, but none of them could work my flight because you can have someone work your last live leg. So Lyft ride shares are on baggage claim level. But no big deal because there's elevators here to take us down. Is that going down or up? Down. It's gonna snow, it's gonna blizzard, and Kaylin's gonna work during it, which we're on, I think 3. You won't get stuck, you'll be fine. Kaylin's going to hotel and working another 3 days without me. Gross. It won't be the same. No, 1 more. 2. Or maybe it's a 1. Why don't we just read the friggin' sign?
Car service pickup, level 2. That's where we're going. Great.
Yeah, 2. We have arrived. We did it.